Good morning, everybody. So, like I said, I wanted to have a video for you guys this morning, just something to change it up. You can listen to it instead of read it. I know for me, sometimes you have to hear things differently for them to actually hit you, and like make you think things differently. So, I wanted to talk about a word that we use as kind of an association with our workouts or with work or with whatever we're doing in our daily lives, but also our number one excuse. And I wanted to kind of talk about how we're going to go through this. If you've guessed the word by now, it's motivation. So everyone says they want motivation, like they see somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, your motivation, it's inspiring, it's amazing, you're killing it, all of this stuff, which is amazing. And most of the time it is, okay? But it's also our biggest excuse. We're going to sit there and we'll be like, well, I lost my motivation. I don't have the motivation to get up today, so I'm not going to do it. And this is going to kind of be some tough love. Motivation isn't real. It's not something that clicks every single morning that you have, okay? So you're not going to wake up and be like, I am so motivated to do X, Y, and Z. Some days that might be true. Other days, you're not going to be. You're not always going to be motivated or inspired to do whatever your daily tasks are for the day. What happens next is discipline. You have to have discipline. You have to have daily habits. You have to have this personal need and want of growth to keep going. It doesn't matter what it's for. It doesn't matter if it's for your workouts. It doesn't matter if it's for chores around the house. It doesn't matter if it's for baking and cooking and meal planning. You can't keep saying you don't have the motivation because you have to be the one to find it. You have to be the one that says, you know what, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do this, regardless of how I feel, regardless if I feel motivated or if I'm excited or inspired. So I know we all kind of talk about like the timing of life and how one thing will happen, and we kind of stop. We kind of let it derail us from whatever our personal goals are, and it stops. And then at that point, we're like, but I'm not motivated anymore. Yeah, you're right. You might not be because something came up and it changed your focus and it made you dial back on, your habits going forward. But those are the times when you have to ask yourself, what was the goal I set out for myself and is it worth it? If you set a goal, generally it's something you want to achieve. Granted, your goals should be something that you can commit to, okay? So don't tell me that you're going to work out for 2 hours every single day when you know you only have 30 minutes in the day. You're not going to be motivated because it's not going to happen. And then you're going to stop because one day it's not going to work out and you're going to be like, well, what's the point? I know I can't do this tomorrow. Okay, so make sure what you're aiming for and what your goals are match what you can do and what you want to do. If you're going to tell me you're going to wake up every single morning at 5 a.m. and go work out, you're not going to be motivated most of those mornings, right? You're going to be in a warm bed. You're going to be tired. But if you committed to it and you told yourself that's what you want to do, discipline has to get you forward. It has to keep you moving, okay? So don't use motivation as something as this magical feeling and sensation that you have because that's not going to happen. I wish I could say that it does. But it's that you made a promise and a goal to yourself and you're going to stick to it and you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to keep those habits going. You're going to become disciplined in the act of listening to yourself and following through to yourself, okay? So what I want you to do today is look at what you're doing. If you're telling me you're unmotivated lately, figure out why. What is it that's causing you to be unmotivated? Is it that you really think that you can't achieve what that goal is? And so you're kind of, you're hesitant, you're scared, you're doubtful of what it is. So you're like, well, I'm just going to back off and say I'm not motivated because you're fearful of what's going to happen if you don't achieve it. Is it that the goal that you gave yourself isn't the goal you really want, right? That's going to happen. That's fine. Readjust, figure out what the goal that you truly want is, and then go from there. Is it just that you're lazy? It happens. I mean, there's so many days that I decide to sit and do Netflix instead of working. That's just laziness. Am I unmotivated? Okay, but I still can do it. You still should do it, right? There's the days that we're going to want to sit and do that, but make that be a goal. You're going to have 1 hour of relaxation time every Saturday or every day, whatever it is. You can make that a goal too, as long as you still do the other stuff. Okay? So tonight at our check-in, I'm going to ask you, name one thing that you can change going forward. And not use I'm unmotivated or I'm not inspired or something like that. Because you have to realize that it's in you, it's what you want, it's your goals. If it's not, then change them and figure out why you have to change them. If that was your true first goal and your one thing you wanted to do. Okay, so that's all I have for you. This is going to come on a little bit late because we had a different morning. So listen to it. Please listen through all of this. And comment below if you have any takeaways. Comment below if there's anything else that you want us to talk about. This is kind of one of those trainings that I said that we were going to do. Again, I'm really, really, really sorry that it's taken these 2.5 weeks to get here, but here we are. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's having tacos tonight. You should. And I will see everybody at the check-in. Bye.